You know what? Hi, hello, hey. It says the connection sucks and is bad in OBS. So, that might be an issue we have to deal with today. Anyways, hi, hello. This is episode 10 of BeepBox Radio. Today we're going to be going over the beeps submitted for Boxtober. Is it still there? Did it still work? Yeah, hey, it says it didn't break. Anyway, yeah, recap of Boxtober. There's what, 30-some songs that I gotta go through? It looks like I forgot to zoom in on every single one of them. Well. I'm actually going to take the time to do that right now, because, I can. Oh, and something I forgot to do is the slideshow of image submissions for Boxtober. So what I'm going to do, switch over to here, and let's see, I think I still have a slideshow in there. Nope. Let's add an image slideshow. Here we go. Image files. Add a directory. There we are. Oh, there it is. And if I just put you like that. Yes, professional stream. Shut up. There we go. It all works. Now I'm gonna get rid of that because that's not the focus right now. First off, we have music. It's working, it's working. Alright, I'm gonna leave you off with the first song, which is untitled for the BeepBox prompt by Nep. And you can see I have the Discord tag in its entirety up there because I was too lazy to change it. The pause music is done, we don't need that. That's what we're going to do. It's gonna be some Boxtober, BeepBox, untitled. I should unmute the desktop audio input. Alright, technical difficulties. That did seem weird. However, if I go onto here, and I go to this link, I swear if this... Yep, it does. So did I mess up the links? Nope, because your two sides is there. That's not Nep. That's a different kanji name. The name is messed up on the top. That's my fault. Alright, that's not Nep. That's this person right here. Alright, cheeky little... Open up the list of songs. Paste that in there. Save it. Go back to OBS. Song list. Reload. This is a name I don't know how to read. Untitled BeepBox. I'm not translating it. That's too much effort. Alright, back to it. That was Untitled by Unreadable Kanji. I'm so sorry, Nep, if you want to, like, put the stuff into chat, I know that you can read kanji a bit, at least. Because I'm not going to. And credit is important. Anyways, next up is a Char song. This is another Untitled song for the BeepBox prompt. Oh, you just don't, you'll know your kanji, just not any? Or is that not... Whatever, I'm racist. I'm not! I didn't mean that. This is Untitled by Charwall for the BeepBox prompt. Shut up. I made the very big mistake of taking a bite of my Subway. That was the Untitled song for the Beep... Actually, give me a sec. Here we go. That was an Untitled song for the BeepBox prompt by Charwall. #7490. Next up, we've got... Is this actually the Nep one? It feels like it's not meant to be. Unless it is. This is Toccata in D minor by Nep. 100%. Wonderful. Anyways, next up is a song by D2, #8959. Another Untitled one, unfortunately, for the BeepBox prompt. Nice and cool, not even a loop. And due to the lore, I must appreciate that. Alright. Next up, we've got a song by an unnamed person. So sad to see it. For the BeepBox prompt. Untitled. That was not an untitled song, but actually Aquatic Filth for the BeepBox prompt. Next up, we have the Gubby's hash numbers for the BeepBox prompt. It is Web Archive, old BeepBox. It broke in the time I left to get Subway. Ta-da! Now it works. BeepBox. Web Archive, old BeepBox, pure pain. The most wonderful song, if I do say so myself. Gotta set my prefs. And here we go. Yeah. Old BeepBox really was something else. Apparently this is from 2016. Though, honestly, I think it looks more like the embed is broken in archive.org more than this is actually how it looked, because, well, I remember it differently. But yeah, totally different. The first channel used to be green. Let's see if I can open that up. Oh! Donations. No, still broken. Come on. You can do it. Nope, that's too new. This is the quality content you all come here for. Ah. Before we even had a tempo slider, we had these. Oh, it's not showing up on the stream. It goes molasses, slow, leisurely, moderate, steady, brisk, hasty, fast, strenuous, schooling, hyper, ludicrous. Cool stuff. The volumes were drop downs too. Good times. Alright. Give me the green. Give me the green. I know there's an older version with a different channel color. I know there is. I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up. You know what? You'll just have to believe me. I don't care. Next up is Hesperian High Tide by Rasp for the BeepBox prompt. A wonderful no-loop song by Rasp. That was Hesperian High Tide. Next up is It Wasn't Loaded Properly. Alright, Organs Are So Cool by Alora for the BeepBox prompt. I'm doing these all in order, by the way. Oh, there you have it. Organs are so cool. By Laura for the BeepBox prompts. Next up, we've got Fat Booty BeepBox by Ant's Rowing Machine for the BeepBox prompt. I'm not saying that title again, but that was by Ans for the BeepBox prompt. Next up, all these tabs unloaded. I'm going to have to zoom in on every single one of them. This is Untitled. No, Bugglenot version 5 for the insect prompt by HoonTube. I'm going to have to say these titles manually. Such a bother. There we have it. That was Bugglenot V5 for the insect prompt by HoonTube. Next up, we've got Ants Building Tiny Houses by Alora for the insect prompt. I remember really liking this one. I missed the unmute button and I left it playing. I'm doing all right. But honestly, I just want to leave that one looping. I really love ants building tiny houses, little houses by Laura for the insect prompt. Really good. Next up, we've got, can I call it quits already? And I've already answered that, funnily enough. No, wrong turn of phrase. I've already answered that with a funny little joke. The last 2 times I've played it, I think. But no, you weren't allowed to stop. You're still not allowed to stop. Blah, blah, blah. And that was the insect prompt by the Gubbies called Can I Call It Quits Already? Next up is Kill That Thing Right Now by Ans for the insect prompt. I'm a bit silly. I forgot to make it so the thing actually made noise. That was Kill That Thing Right Now for the insect prompt by Answering Machine. Or Ans. Ans is shorter. Next up, we've got Mandibles and Matriarchies by a sadly unnamed individual for the insect prompt. That was Mandibles and Matriarchies for the insect prompt by a sadly unnamed individual. Next up, we've got Mosquito Masquerade. I'm not pronouncing that correctly. By Rasp for the insect prompt. How dare you? That would have been so easy to not have loop because you wrote an end for it. S'ing my H. Come on, come on. There we are. Just that easy. Whatever. Mosquito Masquerade by Rasp for the insect prompt. Next up, we've got Giant Metal Ducks for the steampunk prompt by Hoontube. And there you have it. That was Giant Metal Ducks for the steampunk prompt by Hoontube. And yeah, those are just empty bars at the end. Alright, next up is Saloon Tune by Zelda Geek _Geek 231 for the steampunk prompt. There you have it, nice and simple. Saloon Tune by Zelda Geek 231 for the steampunk prompt. Next up is Morbius 2, according to the song title. Otherwise known as I Still Have My Little Machine by Ans. I'm not even joking, by the way. Let me see if I can do this real quick. If I move the display window up a bit, that's the colors. If I move that's not it. If I move the window capture above the bar, nope. If I move the window capture itself higher up, you can see that that says Morbius 2 down there. Alright, back in order. Well, there you have it. That was Morbius 2 by Sony. I Still Have My Little Machine by Answering Machine. Next up, we've got another no, I just misread that. That's Adamant Airship by Rasp for the steampunk prompt. There you have it. Adamant Airship by Rasp for the steampunk prompt. And next up is the levitation contraption for the steampunk prompt by a sadly unnamed individual. Dang, it looks like something broke over there. Oh. Finished late? Well, too bad. I don't care. Anyway, that was the levitation contraption by a sadly unnamed individual for steampunk. Next up is Candyland for the candy prompt by Zelda Geek 231. I really do respect the simplicity of Zelda Geek's music. That was Candyland for the candy prompt. Next up, we've got Candy for the candy prompt by none other than the Gubbies hash numbers. That was Candy for the candy prompt by the Gubbies. Next up is, oh boy, that's a long title. Really Lazy Reorchestration of Sweetscape by Bariani by Answering Machine for the candy prompt. You know what? I thought there was an outro. There wasn't. So I'm gonna do you a solid there, Ans. See, you've got all this stuff at the end, but what you really gotta do is you go to the song volume, and you start that off at 100, and then you divide that before. You see how much I want to step this down per channel. I mean per bar. And the next one is 75, right? And that's 50. There we go. And that's a cheeky little 25. There we are. And then that goes straight to 0. And then, when you load the song up there, it'll be the outro. And it fades out. It's magic. I don't actually care. Good song. Not originally by Ans, of course. It's a cover. Oh, that's an even longer title. And if knowledge serves, this is meant to be 2 different ones in a row. I'm going to verify those links real quick, just to make sure this is actually the first one that I want, because I'm no longer certain. Let's see. I'm just going to go, flashbang. Let's do a cheeky little... Yep, that should be right. Alright. This isn't it. It's the one before it. There we are. Alright, let's read up here. This is by Nep for 2 sides, and it is Super Sonic Bros. For the Nintendo Genesis, feat. Mario the Plumber for the Sega Entertainment System. Alright. Well, here we are. Actually, I don't think it's called that because it'll have the Mario theme. I think it's called that because it uses the VRC6 and VRC7 sound chips, which were in the Nintendo systems. The YM2612, I believe it was in the Sega Genesis. Which I think is what this is meant to be. The second part of the 2 sides. That stuttered. Whoops. Dang it, I didn't catch it right at the end. It still played the tiny stab at the start. Anyways, those were 2 parts to Nep's Supersonic Bros for the Nintendo Genesis, featuring Mario the Plumber for the Sega Entertainment System. That's a mouthful. Alright. Next up is Inside of You Are 2 Wolves by Jelly for the 2 sides prompt. Here we are. Well, there we are. I love that Bit Crush's tail at the end. Very cool sound. Next up, we've got another long song. This is Rude Buster, the Finnish version, but it's originally from Recycled Beeps. Recycled by Ans, finished by Nep for the recycle prompt. Alright, let's hope this works. That was a mess of a title by Toby Fox and then Ans and then Nep. Alright, next up is Alora's Beep for the villain theme. Gosh, I'm so villainous. Oh, that was a cheeky loop. And that was Gosh, I'm So Villainous. That's why it's villainous, because it looped by Alora for the villain prompt. Next up, ooh, another gold box one. So that means I have to fix the volume. That was This Is Captain Arpa's Crew, a 2AO3 song by Dobra for the villain prompt. That was Captain Arpa's Crew for the villain prompt by Dobra. And I'm going to go into here, flashbang, and look down. Villain. Villain was spelled incorrectly on the subform. Recycle wasn't, but villain was. I was correct. I see you. I see you there, Discord user The Gubbies. Yeah, that's what's wrong. And where are you? Where are you at? There you are. This. It's all that. That's what's incorrect. That was typoed. I'm not gaslighting you. Anyway, I forget where I was. Gosh, I'm so villainous. Captain Arpa. Here it is. This is Ballad of Destruction, apparently. That's a long title. Wait. So covered by Nep, originally by a cover of Nep's song by Kaya? What? I don't know. You correct me in the chat, Nep. Let's listen. Anyway, that was in the song, in the beep, called The Camera of Observance, bro, in brackets. So yes, that was Ballad of Destruction, originally by Nep, covered by Kaya, I assume Nep mixed, and then covered again by Nep for the villain prompt. Hoo boy. Next up, we have Unsteady Crusade by Dobra for the Modbox prompt. And of course, this don't have a song player. Can I auto-follow? I forget. It does. Alright, let's check it. Oh, and the title is based on one of Nep's characters. There we go. There we have it, nice and simple. Unsteady Crusade. And Nep is clarifying that claim about the title in chat. I'll update you as the story progresses. Next update, we've got Next update. Next up, we have Be Cinna Mine by Zelda Geek. The Master makes the return for the Cinnamon prompt. That was Be Cinnamine for the Cinnamon prompt by Zelda Geek. And yeah, honestly, Zelda Geek, I've never really seen them in finished beeps or anything. It's just they did a lot of music for Boxtober. And all of their stuff, it sounds like their stuff. It's just nice, happy stuff. Nice, chill stuff, you know? I really enjoy it, even if it's not the most technically complex. It's definitely, like, really well done melodically and harmonically. Next up, we have, if it'll switch the title, Cinnamon Buns by Alora. Guess the prompt. There we have it. That was cinnamon rolls, or cinnamon buns. The beep says cinnamon rolls. The submitted title says cinnamon buns. I'm getting mixed messages. But that was by Alora for the cinnamon prompt. Next up, we've got an untitled beep for the Game Boy prompt by some kind of noodle face. The name was submitted incorrectly, so you just get the name like normal. Well, that's not, hold on. I actually need to look that up. I would only assume that the Game Boy would have a similar sound chip to the NES. What sound chip did the Game Boy have? No, I don't want to donate to Wikipedia. No, let's Google Game Boy sound limitations. 5 tracks. Oh, PCM. The DMG. The DMG sound chip. Thank you, Nep. Alright. I need to look this up. DMG sound chip restrictions. Come on. Give it to me. Ah, well. I assume you might know the limitations of it, Nep. I just wanted to be a tiny bit nitpicky, because I know the 2A03 has 2 by pulse, 1 by triangle, and 1 by noise, and 1 by DCPM. 2 pulse, 1 wave, 1 noise. 1 wave table. Fair enough. I assume there's also a DCPM in there. Gotcha. Samples. Yeah, so this is inauthentic and therefore sucks. No. I really like the way that the panning was kind of color-coded in the noise channel. Not really a thing that's feasible to do in Gembox. Like, you want to use the mod channels to condense things, but I like that. Next up, we've got Cloud Spires for the Game Boy prompt by Veriani. Now, the title for this one is asking, what does BBDTW even mean? And that stands for BeepBox Discord Terraria Wavebank, which is an ongoing, if not under-participated in event, where we're trying to remake every song for the Terraria soundtrack, blah 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 blah. I need to make more stuff for that, and you should too. Check out the channel in BeepCord. It's under the Events tab. Let's go. Alright. Next up is The Novosphere, Part 1. I actually want to hear Part 2, and I haven't even heard the first one. This is by California for the GASP. The GASP? Dang it. The Galaxy prompt. Well, there we go. That was the Novosphere Part 1 for the Galaxy prompt by California. Do let me know if Part 2 ever comes out. I'm kind of interested. Alright, next up, and I believe this is the second last one that I have prompted, put up. There's another one in, I can't speak, in chat that I need to pull up. And no, Nap, I didn't notice Brad. I just, I saw you say hi, so like. Anyway. Echo version 4 for the danger prompt by HoonTube. That was interesting. You don't get to play again. That was Echo, ellipses, exclamation mark, question mark, otherwise known as an interrobang if you mix the two, for the danger prompt by HoonTube. And last up that I have on the list is the Mega Man ZX Advent song, Through the Lightning, for the bird prompt by Yuck31. Well, there you have it. That was Through the Lightning from Mega Man ZX Adventure for the bird prompt by Yuck31. I need to do a cheeky little edit to the song list real quick. I also need to open up the outro song because I forgot to do that. Where are you? Nope, can't just search it. You know what? I'm going to do this while the final song plays. This is... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Untitled for the candy prompt by Pixie Kid 666. Is that meant to be 3 sixes? I don't think so. I think it's also, they're also known as Melon Ska or Hello Kid. I'm keeping it as 666. I think that's a funny typo. Here it is. Oh, it's called Saint Regu. I forgot to put in the song player even. I can't do this. Alright, Saint Regu, Regus? I like Regu. Demo. Well, that's one way to have an ending. Anyway, that was not Untitled, that was Saint Ragu for the candy prompt. Let's see, one mod channel. Alright, what's on that snare? That is light vibrato. Yeah. Alright, now, I did say that I would play a song that's worse than that. So, while I'm doing that, I'm going to have the slideshow of Boxtober images up right over top of the piano roll, so you won't be able to see what's going on. There we are. Alright. Now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to make a new blank song, and it's going to go... I'm going to turn off added notes. Let me tell you, counting is hard. Alright, so I've got the melody down. And then I'm also going to make a B melody. And what I'm going to do is this. You can't hear anything yet. I'm just talking to myself. I hope you enjoy the art. All the credit should be on the thing. It's mainly F-Jolt. You can see that on most of them. And then a few neps. Alright, let's see here. I lost track of where I was. Oh, silly me, I can just copy paste. Alright, there we go. That's the second melody done. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's make some sick chords. I've already got a sweet pad loaded. So... some tension there. Let's have lots of that. And let's give a major third in there, alright? I'm not ripping off Devious's trap beat tutorial. Alright. Major chord, yeah. Alright. That's just going to be the same chords under everything. Hey, it's a solo bass. Let's give it a steady bass line because that's everything. That's all anything needs. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to make it that type of bass line. So it's not actually steady. It's like kind of changing, but it's not really changing. So it's going to be like that, and then like that, and then like that. All right, now for the sickest drum part you can imagine. All right, and I've made the song. All right, I think the slideshow's been going on. Let's just hide it, and let's check it out. Let's check out my song. What should I call it, actually? Chat, give me names. I'm calling you chat. I'm a streamer. Give me names for my song. No previews. No previews yet. War of the Drums 2. Imp School Trap Beat. Alright, I like that one. Imp School Trap Beat. Actually, I'm gonna add in one more channel just for the trap beat. There we go. Let's listen. That's great. Let's do some remixing. Looks like we have a reverb. Alright, get those drums louder. Heck yeah! Alright, now let's do some pro gamer moves. Let's add a pitch channel and a mod channel. Alright. First up, we gotta get the not electric. What's it called? What's it called? Synth. Synth kick. All right. Let's get that like that, and pitch 1, pitch 2, pitch 3. Yeah, mix volume. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Set it like that. Nope. Here we go. And ta-da. All right. Now let's add an even harder snare sound. Let's just get a bunch of snare in this and clap. Why not? All right, there we go. And I'm just going to give it some chorus because everything works better with chorus. And that's fire. All right, now I'm loving that. Okay, there's one issue though. We got to double that bass up. It's got to be thicker. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that. Brightness pad? Nah. Let's put a little bit of effort into that. Not too much though. Nah, no octave. There we go. No chorus. 25. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Actually, I gotta add the side chain to it. That's gonna be pitch 4, mix volume. There we go. There we go. And there we have it. The worst song I've ever made. Okay, it was worse before I started putting effort into it. But, you know. Hush, hush. No, I'm making a joke. I just threw things in there and then put drums. Yeah, 4.0. Immediately, let's go. I'm getting 4.0 with this baby. I'm going to put it in the BeepBox radio chat. File, shorten song URL, bada bing, open up Discord, put this into the finished Beeps channel actually, Imp's Cool Trap Beat. There we go. Alright, it's in finished Beeps, go okay hand it. There's how many of you? 8? I'll get into finished pics easily. Anyway. That is the end of the stream. Woohoo! Just gonna do a cheeky little... Yeah, this is the right one. This is the outro music. I accidentally said that it was untitled for the candy prompt for the past while. Whoops. That was an accident. Alright, song list, come on, update you one more time. Because I can never get things right. There we go. Outro music. View song player. And it's time to say goodbye. So, that was a nice stream. Went over a bit of stuff. Next week we're going to have the viewer submissions on again. I hear there's a bunch. I haven't actually checked it out. I hear there's even some of my stuff on there. So, it's not nepotism if it's yourself. Anything else? Anything worth noting? Leave it in chat if I forgot anything, or ping me. I won't say it till after the stream. That was BeepBox Radio, episode 10? Was that the 10th episode already? Yeah, episode 10. That's 10 episodes. Pretty dang good. We will see you next time. Outro by Jelly. This is see you next time. Well, there we have it. To the few people left, I just thought of something really funny that I want to do. So, let's see. In finished beeps. Lullaby. I think I remember something from Gasparatus. Yep. Let's get this playing. I'm going to read you guys a story, if I can Come on, come on. It'll be very funny if I can do it. Come on, I want to do it. Will this work? It will. Heck yeah. Alright. Let's peep it. I don't care. This is Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. Pictures by Clement Hurd. And published by Harper and Row. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. I feel like that's not the start. Whatever. And 2 little kittens, and a pair of mittens. And a little toy house, and a young mouse. And a comb and a brush, and a bowl full of mush. Turning the music down a bit. And a quiet old lady who was whispering hush. Good night, room. Good night, moon. Good-night cow jumping over the moon. Good-night light and the red balloon. Good-night bears. Good-night chairs. Good-night kittens and good-night mittens. Good-night clocks and good-night socks. Good-night little house and good-night mouse. Good-night comb and good-night brush. Good night nobody, and good night mush, and good night to the old lady whispering hush. Good night stars, good night air, good night noises everywhere. And that's the end of the book. Good night, y'all.